Hello and welcome to another AutoCAD 2007 3D CAD clip. I should point out in this series of our 2007 3D lessons, we're not going into a lot of detail about the UCS command or the UCSI command, icon command, I should say, and some other things that we already have lessons for in AutoCAD 2006 that really haven't changed. So I encourage you to maybe go to cadclips.com and have a look at the AutoCAD 2006 3D videos and get some more information outside of this series that we're creating here for the 2007. So just a couple of UCS tips. First thing I'm going to do is right click. I'm going to get my view toolbar. I'm going to right click, I'm going to get my UCS toolbar and my UCS 2. And what the UCS is really think of the UCS as your drawing plane. As you move around, you have the ability to, it's like having a set square in your hand in what you're drawing, so that you can use that. Now, some interesting tools. First of all, you can name UCSs. So if you get your cursor or your crosshairs rotated to the right angle on something, you can save that and say, a new right click in here, orthographic and named UCSs. I want to go details. I'm just trying to create I'm going to come back to that one specifically, but you have your different UCSs that you've got inside of here, and then you've got the named ones. You've got your UCS command, and again, I encourage you to go have a look at our other videos. Now, one thing of note in our views toolbar, I'm going to go to a 3D view here. And then I'm going to put myself in perspective because I like to, because it's kind of fun. And I'm going to maybe turn my grid on. And I'm going to draw some shapes, some objects inside of here. So I can go in and, draw some objects and change that to be whatever display I want. And as I'm drawing, for instance, if I look from, say, notice where my X and Y is right now on the bottom. Okay, if I draw a circle right now, I'm drawing down inside of here. Well, if I want to maybe, draw something on the side or something, when I change to be here, to change my view to be top, right, left, etc., it actually changes my UCS while I do it, and that can help clarify some confusion. Watch how my X, Y, and Z are here. Now, if I go to the right-hand side and I look, I can see that object like this, and I don't have to be perspective. I can be just straight on. Okay, notice how my X and Y are now pointing at this surface, and especially with my dynamic UCS, of course, alleviates a lot of our problems. But watch what happens if I go, here's my X and Y. Now if I go back to my 3D view, okay, my X and Y stayed up, as you can see, pointing up on that surface. Okay, now watch what happens. I'm going to go to a front view looking at this side over here, the narrower side. I'll look from the front, okay, and now notice my X and Y are pointing towards the front. I can draw, etc. If I go back to my 3D view, notice my X and Y with my Z coming off of that. And my point, notice the grid too as well. Okay, the grid will also be a giveaway. So my point being is, as you change between your different views, these ones here, the isometric ones, don't do anything to your UCS, okay? But these ones will. So the other thing is you want to be able to just set your UCS back to be world. And I'm going to look up here, and I think there it is. Watch what happens. Bink, I hit this button, and it is a macro that says UCS world. Okay, and there's a bunch more in here. UCS previous, which is like an undo. Okay, UCS previous goes to the previous one. We can rotate about an X, Y, and Z axis, and that's all in our other videos. Okay, and then we've got this one where we can go and we can actually say, okay, move my UCS to be front. Now it's my XY is facing the front, which is over here with my Z coming off of it. If I say make it be the left, now my X and Y is on the left with the Z going this way, and if I go to the right, now my X and Y is on the backside more or less with the Z coming off, and then back to world. So when you're drawing, that's what you'll want to do, is you'll maybe want to go in and say, I want to be X, Y, left, and then when you go in and draw a circle, of course, now you're drawing a circle this way. Okay, if I go back to world and I draw a circle, I'm going to draw a circle this way. If I go to the front and I draw a circle, I'm going to draw my circle this way. Okay, and then you can tie that with an endpoint at the same time, and then you'll know you're right on that surface. All little things to do with your using your UCS command. Okay, the other thing is I can say I'm going to rotate about my x-axis by 45. Watch, I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to pick my X button and I'm going to rotate by minus 45, in fact, the other way. Okay, now I'm kind of skewed that way. Okay, and then if I draw a circle, okay, it's going to be kind of on an angle like that. Okay, type of thing. Now I want to save that, so I can say UCS and then S for save, and then I can call this 45. Doesn't matter. Okay, now when I go into my name views, I'm going to see that 45 and I can say set current and hit OK, so you can save them. Now I can say, okay, well, make my UCS be, top or bottom. Okay, notice the UCS icon changing. Okay, doing a regen, maybe turn my grid off and on. There, I need to refresh my grid. Okay, back to world. Okay, type of deal. Now if I want to use that UCS again, I can go back and say, 45. Now I can draw another circle or rectangle or whatever I want, and I'm going to be on that same angle that I'm drawing on. And you can do that with, of course, your dynamic UCS all at the same time. So that clarifies how that. Now I was hoping I could save it in here, but I'm looking for a save button and I don't see it. Okay, settings, probably have a look inside of this. Okay, read up on a little bit. You can always hit help here and it'll go into the help menu only about the UCS command. The other UCS command that I always used when I was beginning, I thought was quite good, is the 3-point one, which is right here, 3-point. What you do in this case is you give an origin, an X, and a Y positive, and it'll help you. So watch what happens. I'll turn my grid off here. I want to be maybe on that face. I can go 3-point, and I read it says origin, endpoint here. Positive X over here, positive Y up there, and bango, now I can draw right on that surface. And if I draw a circle, okay, with or without my dynamic UCS, I can be on there. Now I'm going to use my 3-point again. Origin is here, positive X is here, positive Y is there, and now I can draw on that surface by going in and drawing something on there. Now again, with my dynamic UCS, it really helps that, but if that isn't turned on, okay, we can do that. Same thing one more time. Maybe I want to be on the plane of this drafting board that I've drawn here. Okay, 3-point, 0, positive X, positive Y, and then now I can go ahead, draw a circle. I know I'm exactly on that plane right there. Okay, so some different options. Okay, as I indicated earlier, back on the internet at CADclips.com here, on the left hand side you can see there's all kinds of more AutoCAD clips in here. AutoCAD 2006 level 2, if you click on there on the 3D one, I should say, level 2 3D, there's another 10 lessons in here on UCS toolbars, overview, some really good lessons. You should probably go grab these as well. Amongst other free lessons, AutoCAD 2006 dynamic blocks, more CAD clips, AutoCAD level 2, AutoCAD new features for 2004, 2005. So we've got AutoCAD level 1, we've got level 2 dynamic blocks. Okay, everything here is 17 clips of level 1. So have a look at the CADclips.com for some more free AutoCAD lessons. And depending on how you located this video in the beginning, you can also go to the my AutoCAD blog here and keep up to date, because we're always going to have Lots of information on here at learnautocad.blogspot.com, and then go down in here, and of course might even be where you got these videos from, and we'll be adding another 10 or so onto the bottom of this blog.